Unity concern na and then yenya video be sending in from Nima. And as we speak, the video will start rolling on your screens. Now when Nima, the situation when Nima, as when he answer will catch it. Awalu Angulo. And make no mistake, and you obi din no Awalu Angulo, or a president of the concerned Nima Citizens Association. To go Nima Efin poto. In the video no, and this is Nima e won cry ha. Awalu Angulo, akwa better saying.
Boko.
In the video now,
Obiajo.
So video now the Sunday, you know, a real saying a Nima hot is here.
Real, but as time goes on, I'm going to be better. Normal guidance for some days, but as at now, there, and now I'm better. But to me, for 3 days. I did a course no.
Na meba na why am na here dey run begu pavement ne so sa no.
Nyakupa na any market, one say a market no side.
Yes.
And stations and from Obimuka say Obimu the free pay mu the betu. But our problem is yedi assembly no akasa several times say omum jai obi wo as a security guard task force. So that people will not come and put anything there because it's in the middle of the road. But they are not doing that. DBRSC, your video for 1 year video, we always talk about it. SC. Yankasa, ya tu anamu, ya yetuma wasusa, ya mejai, ya free street, still they are doing it.
Yeah, but the other thing is, it will be very expensive for the assembly to maintain officers on the street. Say, or among checkers, a man for Emma Megua. That's a huge expense. For more as an association, no, because among Sunima, who have been a mote. And you name say Nima, no more penny for opinion leaders for her, meaning some more him for any other. What are they doing? Because when it goes beyond just Yemo be making on check it, a man for the mindset, it is why would somebody gather refuse for no any fee and as an storm now one nantia baby jato coining thing for the year video you.
Thank you very much. Nakupon Shrow. I don't okay, ya any enough from beginning. And I make a tell say, yeah, fire with the help of your brothers, Homo Abuchi. We sustain all this. To say why it doesn't happen. And now, everybody say, market for Lucy, assemble, Nomuji, scout 2 cities, rubbish fee, Mamun on Kajam, Omun from Pie, numbers Samamu. And in the morning, no, Kanu, Beba Messisa. And sometimes Kanu, you're late and back. Sometimes they complain, almost Kanu, say, you talk of the chiefs and opinion leaders. We are all together, engaged, even we have problem with them, the way they'll push assembly to do the right thing. But like the way Ukanu Matua said, sometimes it's coming from us. And say, yes, as well. Assembly no wanting to bring laws in Ethiopia so that they deal with him. But if you even arrest somebody on your own, at the end of the day, you can't put the law in your own hands. Now, so we told our assembly to engage us so that we do the needful. But yes, sir, they are not doing it for us because we did it before and it worked. But they were complaining that we putting the law in our own hands and doing something that we don't have to do. So Adia Ukanu is true. Nobody in his should take rubbish from his house to come and dump it there. But Ebani said they decide to bring it there. Is it true, sir? Yeah, you move 2 cities and is it true, sir? So be the free fear or the bar. Is it true? But maybe I want to a pavement middle of the road.
Yeah.
The rubbish don't have to be there. And it should be at the wings of the street, not even the middle. even at the weeks no yempini
yeah me share video we sisi ade da so ya what is the inru ne ta ho na maamefo ne nso tenchen omoton ade amani pa ba beto edi my worry again and say now wo car say wo say ba be fa nru no omomba mo ho no company ben na fa nru wo ho
through the assembly.
We a public okay. In the sa container na dey nru ani gum twen ansa na car na ba mumu ni container ni bi wo ho.
Container no e wo baby e wo former junior cinema on e wo sa container no e wo on e wo enti normally on omudiko enu na me catch you say about certain be say assemblymen no be catch market women no say omuji ska rubbish fee for them to bring it so that the car kese no be ba sa ana small one abobo ya no be ba sa e di akọ enu na creative star problem no mess no sisia no what do you say
yeah I get
Melinda kana we container no bi wo and Nima side no first no FC former junior cinema no yeah na push na mudi ko public toilet no public toilet no the other side and abaku Frankie's hotel no toilet no baku so the people have to take it there but they pay for it fine but our problem is there omudi 2 street no so the assembly to enforce BBR yeah engage we can get people to stand there to make sure if the assembly can't take that responsibility. Our brothers in Europe, America, Japan, and wherever are your platforms, they are ready to make sure say Yanya power no, we get somebody there to stay there and do the right thing.
And Modest proposal not to assembly in him.
Yes, my brother. Send you proposal no. Assembly requested pushy and assembly no request with the music committee with the security in our community instead was so and obviously your proposal meant to send you proposal letter no up to now my friend I can send you the proposal letter
and in that proposal the amount can say more as an association more you're willing to pay for people to be on the road. Now, or ensure so be a metun right.
Yes, we are. They know we are tried and tested. We were on the street since March 2 years ago, March 2021. We did it on our own, and they know we went to the ghettos for advice just after the infamous shooting in Nimano and to bring sanity in Nima. So they know everything. We were on the street for 1 year, 1 good year, without anything from the assembly. You're sustaining our people on the street. We have videos to prove. I can send you videos to prove. And media, a lot of media know about this. Anything I heard demonstration, you did a program for us before. When we tried to do a demonstration.
I remember.
Came and start, and now the work has stopped. And we are planning another demonstration on all this with our proposal.
And this time the demonstration here in respect of the Quina saying and not say in run Guka Quina Sono.
No, already the demonstration was sanitation, the road, and the asphalt test. Kakudi Park, Omaja, China. And no swan, a better any idea, Ekosiisen, Omanti, any proposal, Omasi, Yafamba, Yako, still no. Even the Zongo Development Fund, Inner City, Alaji Banda, because of petition, you call Jubilee House, of Frere. Your continuity our castle concerning this same thing. I have proof for that.
FM.
Yes. So we are we are doing it. We are pushing.
And you believe, say assembly ni jitum na nipa bejina ho a amanfo metum rangu kwan ni so bio.
I don't think almost to me because of it now and Adua and Opa or people from another Sisano. So when you know somebody, to me, we know each other. When they know we are doing the thing, they can't do it. And I'm telling you, nobody can and never stop you. But we've told them to do with their task force. They are not doing it, and they are not engaging us. But we want to do everything with law. Okay. Even the market women on the street, they don't have to be there. Then I have power money in our street. I can give you the video of that. But when they were not happy, we retreat back. And I'm back to the street.
Yeah, but what kind of market women in Ponmesh video now? A man who acquiring him too much. Now, why do I mean, Charlie? A man who acquiring him too much. And now, so about umbrellas or what? Or more right on the road. It's
this is what we are hammering. We should, because let our move yet not cement, Omuka decongestion. Omuka, let Omudima respond in now, proposal in now. Omudika say decongestion. We are ready to help them. They have their task force, but we are ready to help them. And we've done it before.
Very well. I think that the point is well made. Inti mo assembly, whole assembly near day.
It's
Iowa so East.
Okay.
Yeah,
MP, Nada, Ture, Mama, and MC, Aja, Selma, Adam, Sani Kuta.
Hey. Na, what's the MP ni dine the same?
Nada, Nasser, Mama Ture, MP, East Iowa so.
Wow, Parliament.
Aja, Selma, Sani, Adam, Kuta, MC.
MP, our parliament for how long?
For 12 years, yeah.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
And your constituency, MP need no boy.
What's your Kusasi day?
That we anka Kusasi. And now the MP need in here day.
Nasser, Mama Ture. MP for East Iowa, so now we call him McNaza for short.
Nasser, Edeben Ture. Mama Ture. Okay. And also, our parliament for 12 years.
Yeah.
Hey, no man, what is high MP in Canada?
And then Busa say be a constituency bidding or body because Mama Ture said that today.
Nasser, Mama Ture.
Yeah, constituency.
Okay, we only am about Jina so am about Nyabotre. On menti MP ni that.
Oh, say 12 years.
12 years.
No one na din komo about the Ekosiisen.
In all of this, no MP ni role ben we play mo na kasa.
Yes. You don't know kasa several times. Your platform. Amuni na our platform no so. MP no so, MC was so. And ya begin ya start here amuni na ya mamu later. Amuni Madia Ekosiisen. And we have 11 assemblymen in our constituency. 11 assemblymen in our constituency. From Kanda, 37, Nima East, Nima Central. 11 assemblymen.
Yeah, because Saleh, the situation is terrible. I mean, that's why. Be any best about be din komo. Why? Yeah, that's pa. Great.
Sometimes me the bet show because I was as a Nima. That's a one way. See, one way. Especially on market days, crowd. Me they say me di dwade bi antino. Say me car na me dey fa wa ye twitwi ho na o ya de go kasa. You know, one way. And you win ball and quite a buffer so they be away there. And a baby on where there's a or multi package or more refuse, no come share or more dams bear to be a lot by the roadside, but almost all the time, no. I am much as there's pressure on. But I could see ufri go na wo ni mara about on you run market ni ma ku see no wa and I ko nim kakra almost station mi so orum so ba ku see there ya woni nyina mu ni say ye di dwa won chen the ones any buffer so sa na ye so ye ton wa che ni koko ni sa emuduro no the di blog guma na ye selfie omo kura kakra kamaka tubo so omo pam once and sa
amam for ton
ye no man kasa mi numbi enya won wa che say enya won wa che say kum dey bi am ka che sunani once them ubo no near pram one stand sa I don't know the public akodi it's not even adwina away team oko kasi so maka say once the kum nipa anka de kum nipa bebre wi am amudi nyam fa ncheme so I very sad unless I will use sa me my road no e dwan so ka say we use dia obi and I'm happy say minim kwa say ene yam consensus na me so me de me consensus bi na me de be right you know enti the all can no pepe. Now hold on,
because man.
No, I'm
take up my say
where they were even baby I feel.
Really?
Yeah. Me see from Kodidra. Yeah, you say baby I would didra na nkasa kwa no obi wo no nto. Unto baby I would didra na opusha your market your first one share one no normal the oba so free run about to go after baller kakraka time you know every go proper market na shirts one my with me. Clearly sometimes you are asking yourself, say, maybe a member of parliament, maybe assembly, no, but they are doing their best. But the question say, extensive conversation about the role and responsibility of the Ghanaian.
Yeah.
It's your no, your tongue, a katua, a bit tall beans, a bit tall bro, a bit even trucks na about Nankasano. We get across Mr. Kramendo attention. Trucks na about no. I think we should look out for a bigger space.
Now, only bulk breaking
area.
Only
se car ka se the jana ka se we e jana o kana ro e dey change the kwan nche na kakra ni se se car ka se e broke car ba na o na je se o twa ne ho ansa na iti ko pem se e broke car no be 1 hour no obechi mi sia no wasom obechi mi wasom
car bi anko
na uye mistake that na me hajia me mu na bawa na nam dwanem ne okoto ade I was hey Hadia me ka say me chile hey Hadia hey you know so what I say is no crop pan say minimum buyer obetimi aba and I'm happy that the revolution is coming from within
more citizens
yes and move on chemi why is it coming across that people for the Indian for no I said that is how they want to why which is not the case why yes, it is Udu Obiana. You are wondering, say, it's assembly, no, it's area boys, your money at the moment to me, and Cassie be quite be a tigat, but a good say. They've sat down, they've reflected. Also, say, one young crumb woman, and we say, who here, one of the said that is the place for Sebi, pay me another 10. Who told you that? I will hear dear. You know, no more choir. Sanabeko. It's one a just a generation for no. I the assembly no any opinion leaders or more sabia no. I think they should come together and fight this because I can't.
And yet,
I would have seen you experience a walk or a drive there. So I could turn market day, no comes a bit by market day. Who could turn market day there and
you're market day, which is Wednesday.
Who could turn the and twagging a bro and Katia, Dawa, bees, a Jenny, a
cast neighbor.
Huge.
Now why do they allow
that? No, 10 years. Most of these trucks is are a browning Kateri Jenny Barubi. And yes, I Uchima no Jemma but cheesy. To Uchima the Bona after a local is it. No, what she knows how to Bona, if you just imagine. Time. Over time. Anybody said no, told 6 hours could job. Udiagwa, Basaka, Namuto, and Akabe found Naso. Oh, they don't care. There's so much of that. There's no space. I know the car is Rema. 1 2 was nice over Gaga, the car who can't be when I say, you know, pitch you in our farm. About you trucks and rebuild and so forth. Yeah, go jammed.
There's a complete mess.
Jammed. I'm wondering how they can really stamp a certain authority and sanity and regulate the place because at the end of Bamonitia, and that is the problem. And no man ever do come on. And I'm sure I said, at the end of Bamonitia, Adia ne ba woni tua. Esuman no efefe enye papa. Efefe enye papa. He say afefe wiama even where the trotros will park. A problem because a dreadful for Pokuni Sam money will any almost a akatwa for in for Nima. Yes. Now we me be chow say one the other ba shida. Me fa ho da. But who say goyo baby goyo no that's say yeah test marketing na it malata agbogboshi Nima domi ya test all Santana market ya test market na the war you can say sprinters kwansu refit market ya test one nyinawe ya so nyinawe the what sprinters kwansu nyoma opa na ne bo no easy tina na preko Nima e fe say kwa kotoba bi na kofam eti ya preko agbogboshi no because agbogboshi no ma kire Dominic baby e ton ba ira e fo pa ubo roma na baba no te pampa e won ene agbogbulosi roma ko get to na kasa ko pe ba ira to enye Nima ho na o say Nima is different me come market how dey so are okay na wa crowd kasa Dominic apart from Kwasiajas ba kura ya ko o ho ma kura malam na wa kasa kura bi dey park kura yeah it's true the wa crowd is another mess yes it will one me so say market we cannot get in market right market I very serious to until I know me tell catch say and your mother dana na ye and you share him say as you be yan sachire kese bi wo ya brabo practicing the same old things ball akro because of for ball and control adima o peja ball o do ball and one to actually for it's ball and no me sebi we am for lunch say the move and chemi ubo no nyoma eni kwa say from the crown now to the access to the whole bin the crown on person go do be do try now if you na bin na nkasa si why yeah because kwai obo for so abeko no enyoma sebi wo hwete bia fa chai na o mapiti egu no you have problem and Castle. In as much as they be the able aban subo say aban timothy for base in Gogo, Zoom Lion, the other refuge companies and the chroma demarcations. Yeah, careful. Yeah, baby, Zoom Lion. Yeah, you have other waste management companies. Almost a year, Juma. Yeah. And no, I didn't call the level of indiscipline in our commercial drivers, road drivers, Ruby. So, I for the driver unions for no. Any road safety for no mutia. Levels of indiscipline amongst commercial drivers now. 207 sprinter any sa trot for a guy on the paper running here my tomb. Train out down. Yeah. Trot apply sa area on. Very horrible. Apart from that, rickety na no. Level of indiscipline. Too much. Ojina kwem. Oh gosh. Now shepa wajina kwem o ka che so wajina kwem tum na okofo trotro na wo ka che se wajina kwem park ye no he said greater crowd minister obi ashina to me because na ono obi park wo kwem a so nyina ye minister say o park ye no block to na su minister so susura minister greater crowd commando that mean oh yeah piano she from baby now we na beka yen ko e court say go ka say mo fi ba court nyinji je ka ofi e ba say court 23 ya shina ni tutum it be kind of crime actually be my brother all levels of indiscipline obi she original minister was she na dia na we don't be akoso ana ni mo ni minister so ashina to munim no men say that I don't know what parking wo kwamo ono ma the bodyguard kwa di ka akwa yi wa to say what block ye na wasama ni nkofobia what block kwa ye na yi fi o minister na mu si na okoko yi wa crash you can't do what you are doing ebe o sawa dede 61 year old ko hwa brantia so and yes wafo no ya ko hwima ko aretoto pana na oni so ayo na bibia level ground wonum ba wo de kwa asem bibia ana asem bibia ni pleadi say mo hwese motima ka ofia mo ntimi dia mo sanfa mra ne fa mra ntobieto iti dwanto asano another case be say covered na indiscipline ko obi commercial drivers levels of indiscipline amongst commercial drivers no a drew peak. And I'm wondering how our former associations are moving and correcting all these things. Unions are who doing now more the answer to petrol. Now the days are not more ritual stick. More providing poor service. Me mama service provision is crowd. Make her indiscipline. I see your phone says check. I drive for moon tadi I see. I'm call basa. Meti for mozo binimo. O pejana mo to be o can be form. All these things. I say kiba for them to them kwano. Don't do na in we see. Why are we doing this?
And omo ye aduane am
afo. Omo tese omo sin omo kichichi ni ekore. Why? Why? Bibia no ye money normal. Apart from some because the trot running in a fakra is so here a bemuno. I be so me a year about to muno. Do the rubber black. A tram cover the Bia Juma. You
road where
so it's a perfume from Winina. Or road where one free one side the increasing level of inquala. Obi. Now no fear dawo. Lego mo fe hokrasen. Two. Lego sa crosses a balu a
Oponglo.
After that, I had no choice than to see Semenya 20 cities music. Because virtually, no, I'm not a block or can't no more. I will money. Cause I didn't want you know. And Quada and Ma and Maburu and a more block and chasing. Now we had the Okoyan from shore. Echo be getting Bobacano pra. See the Ghana for never said, Chom and do whatever. No, it's a nuisance. It's a nuisance.
And so do Kaneshi first.
It's a nuisance.
Ofrako mata heko no. Omugu pavement.
Yeah, ka. Now the empower gender ministry. Ya empower from Krankai to Krankai. Ya obianya check the opposition and more opposition to first lady from office. Ghana free British Centre. Na gender ministry no I am capacitated. It ya dia as a gender ministry no. Obia pem one hwani ya first lady in Ghana mo just have idea gender ministry. Not to talk about it. This first in America. But that's how we practice our things. The idea bia no photo finish and ya intino. Ya factory papa. It is one no move for so. No move for so.
Yanka obi antimi nka.
But say the ministry is a social welfare because what you fado. Social welfare no
for na so free country be.
Oh Ghana phone dey be na dada I was.
Ghana for.
I say Ghana phone.
Omo e wo Canadian first light and Ghana for.
No bom kronkro ntel. Me dada ho. Ana we don finish here. Ana tum Ghana phone business thing. Ofi the jet. I don't ofi Mali.
So we Ghana for na.
Me say Ghana for.
Omo can this first like Ghana for.
Now when they bet me ura Ghana shame, say na before catch about illegal mining. When the free China babe ura Ghana shame, anya Ghana ni anya air front to say enko.
Nkwala no motasha Barcelona just in the omo nya Ghana for.
Wa woni ntia.
I'm
saying that la ila Ghana for wom. It's a bra so say obi ye discourage sad no because who tell us so krana akwa business. So tell us what akoye business kwana ebinim
nkofo kachiri
business and that is the challenge we have now, the legacy that we are leaving behind. Where do I come MPA for? MPA
National Petroleum Authority.
Mr. So omobeya country petrol tankers union was there for no onyame only be here for over 6, 7, 8 weeks or 9 weeks or by 6 months.
Tanker drivers.
Yes. And because of him, say, Sana Kodia, Sana almost be. As I said, Gamina Salad, we need to Dominic Cross Salad here. China 4 Aquafat trucks, tankers, Marco 300. China 4 at the expense of young Ghana 4. Already no say or tanker for any more coba bribiada or no lift your fan guima a Ghana for a juma. And they be trying to say we need to encourage our own.
That's true.
As we speak, say MPF 1 year or more tanker owners association or whatever they call them. Or no montrasi. Now we share the kure wom say Ghana ama ho kwan. Ama Chinese ni ebe lifti adwuma Ghana for ye petrol mo de ko bati atantwi ba no 300 tankers or the begu kwan Ghana ye calibrate ya after calibration no or be say adwuma be contractors why we adina bibia yes sir adina bibia and petrol tankers you know they work open more sort to strike. I'll laugh at them. You have to be bold. I why is it Johnny for a baby uncle for a kaka?
Yeah.
Apart from and was remember also TAGG over there, say GR4 Commissioner Tax Force or Digisca. I'm say, and then here comes the Menka. And then the rest of Giska on them, especially under the watch of this commissioner. Tax Force or Mono attitude on only Giscadi. Me, I'm a victim, only Giscadi. Only Giscadi.
Domea send the Tanker Owners Union for letter Canada.
Very good.
Area then maybe we deal with the target. In the letter, they say they've written to the Chief Executive Officer, National Petroleum Authority, re-influx of Chinese companies into transportation of petroleum product. Or say, we make reference to our letter dated 28th August on the above subject matter and wish to draw your attention to further developments that confirm our worst fears. The Chinese company in question that has imported a large number of BRVs into the country to undertake transportation of petroleum products is currently carrying out calibration of their trucks in readiness to commence their intended activities to transport petroleum products in the country. During our compliance workshop at NPA on the 14th of September, we gave indications as to the mood amongst our members regarding this development and of the potential threat to industrial peace. Can you imagine a situation in which a Ghanaian company takes its BRVs to China to transport petroleum products in China and the authorities in China permit that to happen? We reiterate the fact that our union takes a very serious view of this development and will therefore resist any attempt to allow this Chinese company, and for that matter, any foreign company, to enter the haulage subsector. This issue is creating fear and panic amongst our members, and we urge the authority to take action to stop it, in the absence of which there shall be development that we will all regret. Yours sincerely, Ignatius K. Doe, or your Executive Secretary, Edema Tanker Owners Union. I'm told he's on the line. I would want to ask Ignatius K. Doe, Executive Secretary.
Because I see a traders for Nigeria for the other country and Tontonoma, Ajagum, Nilantita, Omontimanavi, Alanchemati, Omontimanavi, Minipa Wabe, Omontimanavi, a ready for the tree for Ghana Force. Yet now, manifestly, Obakabo Faka said that MPF no, all petitioning them sector minister. The almighty Napo.
Yes, I want that. Sure.
Because I'm a couple of factors, here. 300 tankers a year. And there's plenty of money petition. Oh, please. Ghana, the other clause or the Chini.
Mammy, me, I'm about Ignatius K. Doe, Executive Secretary Matanka Owners Union. Orado Aqua saying.
Ayo. Na moso ti fen
nyame adom ye ho ye papa
metia Ghana for nyina ni amutie ye program no but me pese me ye one comment tanker owners no ye nipa bia ye very silent ye boye ho but when you touch us and we resist the eka and they call up and down no we are not people you can toy with like that too. That is why a person Ghana for no in what is coming on board. But omutie na their actions and inactions. As some way back on board that nobody should blame us. That's why we have taken the lead to stop it, because since there were evidence of the trucks, the presence of the trucks and the steps omuteki to make sure that they get roots in the industry. So we are not joking by calling and addressing the press since morning about development. It will be something that nobody can imagine, but it will happen.
Yeah, but the other thing
we are a force to reckon with. We will not, excuse me to say, maybe even Matisa will be Kasana or your reference to Makola. Well, we have different scenarios. Their side is different from our side. I may not know the reason why they will give in, but we will not give in. Because when we give in, what are we going to do? Those people are traders. They will be bad to be. Our tankers, they are not there. So we will resist to the point that even if we get all our tankers destroyed, so that we know that we don't have any job.
But the other thing, me pacho, is also traders. They don't know my refer to now. Even for the traders, no, there is a law, which is the GIPC Act. Sa act no Emma a juma bi organ ha exclusive to Ghanaians. Enumponi yatna say ama foreigners ebuso. Momo de no, I am not too sure if there is a law a massa haulage no, just an exclusive job for Ghanaians in Kwa. Is there any such?
Yeah. Reference to. Okay, sir. Didn't Ghana cry? And the fan say maybe you are not aware of the existence of anything like that. But should there be a law that permits us to go to China and work there, and then say just send our tankers get to a place because yes we are establishing a refinery, and then that's all we buy trucks, push them here, and then ask a Ghanaian to front it. Whether that Ghanaian is even a tanker owner or has any idea about what distribution of fuel is in this country. Or even if the person has an idea, whether he has the wherewithal, and now was a weight, now bet to me they are taught those tankers. We are talking about something in the region of 300 and above. We only want to put information about Bontino. But what we are doing at the moment with you, and for that matter, Ghanaians as a whole, is to make sure that everybody takes what action or whatever we are talking about very seriously. Because if you should come on board, whoever a Ghanaian you will be, please, when, ABS, to that extent that will be able to me, then maybe in this case, somebody is treading or stepping on our toes. So we are trying what we call a seeking time will save 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, very, very serious. Please. Yesterday can be a reference point, but today let them try it. Yesterday can be a reference point, but today let them try it. You know what impact our actions can take or can make.
No, I understand you, but my point is, we all know there is a Chinese company that set up refinery. Tema. You are aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, I'm aware.
If that Chinese company, refined product, you imagine say, company A, now or transport to refined product, no more. Why should you have a problem with that? If that's the case.
Please, you are not very familiar with our distribution network in this country. And beside that, if you ask me what problem do I have with it, we have problem with it. We have excess capacity which we are unable to use. We have excess capacity. And you go ahead to ask me whether it's Ghanaians who are fronting for them. Ghanaians, what do they know about this industry? Even if they do, are they the people who are invested in it? Yeah, investment. So we protect it. Please. Interview, but interview and raise this up because we don't want to raise any tension.
No. I perfectly understand you, Mr. Doe. Yes, maybe I agree. So I might not have a proper understanding of my industry and how it operates, and I would love to be tutored on that line.
Let me tell you something. Is it possible that you can have every activity that we undertake in this country or throughout the whole world documented as a law or bylaw or something like that before some should be where people should comply with them? We have been in this industry, if I'm not mistaken, by next year, some of us would have been working with this union for 30 years. We have never experienced anything like that before. That a foreign company will come and do one thing. This is the second time, the second refinery that somebody has come to establish. We have this we'll call it the third refinery that somebody has come to put up or something like that. But we have never had any occasion where somebody will come and do this thing and then bring trouble. And that same company name and then come to tell us that a Ghanaian be front to, so the Ghanaian decided to quote their company name to suit his situation.
Okay.
When we see tankers painted in Shell colors, and for that matter, we think they are Shell branded vehicles, they are for individuals. They are not for Shell company.
Sure.
They are for individuals. You find Total there for individual. You find Star there for Star Company. And the company is, those trucks are being run by individuals. They are not the company running them. So if they want that the chaotic situation, well, we are ready for it. Because we know that we are protecting our investment and we'll do it at any cost to us.
Mr. Do, Mami Musa, this final question.
Yeah.
It is a more tanker owners union. No? What do you do? Finished products being a more transporting. Is it the ones from Shell, from Total, and from those companies? I don't know more transporting.
No, maybe that's why I said sometimes you don't actually follow. Those companies buy from BDCs, bulk distribution companies. The bulk distribution companies also buy from certain depots that import the product. The bulk distribution companies import the product,
yes,
or they buy it from Tema Oil Refinery, and then they sell it to oil companies, which we transport for.
You transport? Okay.
Yeah, we transport for those companies. And that's why I'm emphasizing that homo behavior is very strange to us. Because if they have come under the guise, homo the tankers number, now if they give it to individual without even labeling it, and then those individuals hold on to it, and then they are transporting for oil companies, we will not mind. Because the oil companies have excess capacity, they have excess trucks, which they are not using. Some have been lying down 2, 3, 4 months. They have never moved to anywhere. So how can we have all those things around and still bring more? This country, small country like this, with over 5,000 tankers sitting around, 5,000 plus tankers sitting around, and then you are now going to bring 300 or more. As of today, we are aware of a certain number, which I will not disclose, because if we are disclosing that, then it means we are also selling out those who are giving us the information. We know where the tankers are coming from. We know who gave them. And we never attach, nobody's name was attached to it. So it will be bad in the district. The person should know that we will know how those tankers have come. We will know who owns them. We know who owns the tankers. So if you come forward, we will disgrace you. We will disgrace you. And if you come away, we will harm you. That's why there are no two ways about it. Because Kramer bit in the say he hasn't done anything to you, and you tend to stone it. You should also be expecting his reaction.
Orado, you are on national radio. And check some of the words we use to name we use to we are on national radio. Let's.
No, there's some aspect of the question which I'm also reacting to.
No, I understand. The point about
we are national radio, so now framing. But what you are saying is that if, for instance, they bring somebody come introducing himself as the front person, now meaning very, very well, perfectly well, that anybody who is in this our transport business as a tanker owner will never venture doing that important extra vehicle. Knowing very well that even his own vehicles which are with him are not able to do any work. So, sir, we'll be back forward to see as he is the owner of those tankers. We have the list of we have a record of all the tankers we have. MPA is equally having it. But what we are trying to say is that we have done our own homework, and as at now, those tankers have not been sent to MPA for them to even go to that extent of licensing them.
Oh, okay.
There is a process. The process which you pass through before the vehicle will qualify for you to even ask for the registration or licensing of the thing. That is what they are doing now.
That's what they are doing.
And we are saying stick in time, save nine. So when we go to any ministry and make it, we have copied them. We are watching it and I copy them. So what we are saying is that we will not go to them right now. We have informed them about development. And our duty is to tell them that we will not allow it. We will not allow a condition of tankers to be attached to a refinery for us to work in this country.
Okay, let me do this. Mwajuma no tankers nansana obetim the sea road air transportation no uhia permit from the MPA, right?
Yes, the permit is the registration.
The registration, good.
And license.
Good.
In fact, the law since 1960 emphasized that when you want to do either a dealership, that is, you own a petrol station, you want to operate tankers, you want to do you see, it's only recently that the downstream and the upstream, the upstream is where the exploration and other these things are taking place. The downstream is where distribution, the refined this, and that's where the oil companies are. That is where the bulk distribution oil companies are.
That's fair.
And that is where the depots also operate.
Mr. Doe.
Yeah, so all along, there has not been any instance where a depot is put up and then the owner comes to tell us that we're no more tankers. So we have never seen one. Now, yes, to us.
Mr. Donya Abotre, what do you know about this company? This had 300 trucks, Nabano. Trucks, what they buy a
one man can say more representative, no, those who are fronting for them in this country, no. They have been going from company to oil company to oil company. That's when we say oil company, some companies like, I wouldn't mention, we know all companies, we have at least about 170 plus of them now. They have been going to them about supplying them petrol from their refinery. And they will use their own trucks to supply. That's brought the alarm into the whole issue.
Until they want to supply them from the Chinese
refinery. They refine and supply them direct. And then they will give them some 10 to 12% discount or commission.
And they want to supply them from the Chinese refinery now. What time I know you mean?
Yes. That's why they went to the oil companies directly. And some of the oil companies also have their own tankers. Some of those oil companies have, especially the indigenous ones. Most of them are operating tankers on their own.
Into what you are saying, let's say, even if the state has allowed a Chinese company to build a refinery, say about transportation of finished products now, more and more system that right?
Oh yes, and that's why they many one of your radio stations now, many the Casa, catch almost even they as a Centrum refinery or whatever name they have there, when they came before they start doing everything, they move about in cars, they move about in pickup trucks, they move about in tipper trucks, or all the equipment that they will need. All the equipment need fuel. The fuel is bought from the open market or supplied to them by an oil company. And the oil company permits a tanker that is owned by an indigenous person which is working with that oil company to transport it to them so they can change the status quo. So what am I saying?
Me too.
Yeah, so it will be very irritating that after we have done that for you to know that when you are doing your so job, it is the oil company which is selling the product to you for you to use to do your thing before you develop yours into a refinery now. You are now telling that those who have been doing it to you that excuse my language, I know their main car because you're on national radio, that, well, you are wiser than they do, so you can't try to do anything. So that nobody can come in front for them and we agree.
Okay.
Nobody can come to front. A lot of development are going on. And there were a lot of things we can take. And if somebody should come in defense of this thing, we will tell them what we know about them too. And then they will just go and sit down and keep quiet somewhere. But anyway, our investment in this tanker business, it's not easy. Because one bulk road vehicle that you see on the road right now, I can tell you that it's worth more than 3 billion cedis. Especially when it is brand new. And then the 60% to 70% of them are Chinese made. So we go to buy the tankers from them to operate in Ghana here, to operate from the existing depots and all these refineries that that sell the distance to the oil companies for us to transport for them. And they are coming, and then it means that whatever we have gone to pay to their countries and then brought the tankers here to work with, then they are coming to sidestep us and then bring their own to come and do it. So it means they are wise so much that when it is theirs, then it should be exclusively for them. When it is somebody else, then it can be anything.
Yeah,
we know whatever volumes are available to be transported, and we know whatever volume the market can afford in a day, in a week. So when they introduce that kind of system in the distance, it will almost shut the door to about 75% of our job, and pushing a lot of people out of business.
Oh,
so So they should also send their distance. So kakra, then the oil companies will come and buy the product from them and transport it by our trucks into the enclave for people to purchase, so that at least it will not be that you will now move from your refinery and enter the enclave yourself without recourse to anybody. So that's what they are trying to do. And those oil companies, which are the indigenous ones, most of which operated tankers before becoming an oil company, they will be shut. The reason why they will be shut is that their trucks will no longer leave for them.
Oh, okay. You know what, Mr. Doe?
Yes.
Said I concede. Say my knowledge of that industry, you know, a bit limited. I would want to come more office for him.
Oh, yeah, office whatever, but mostly because of when the COVID issue came up, some of us are not in the office as full staff like that. But it's a Taco Bell. But when you want us for any discussion, we can make ourselves available.
Yeah, because it's very important that we understand how your industry operates. Very, very necessary. And we will do that. We'll have that conversation off air. Now, arrangement. No? Why?
Okay.
Yeah. Me da say, papa. And you're right, Ignatius Doe, Executive Secretary, Emma Tanker Owners, Omu Union. And I'm not saying no AD and come on. In your man, the issues are bigger than we initially thought.
On the surface, you become no. Nagan and Nibi Nasha, I be Diabra. Naming too much, man. I will get it in touch today. Cocoa board for you. Now, Omotimi Abaha and Ayako. Now, I'm walking through. Near TSC because already the Nisuana it's coming to kill a lot of jobs.
Sure.
So what I say, Sabi, what's your refinery? She only say most of these brands, Shell, they total. You should Ghana for this year. Tanks, over time. Now they all boom you. Oh, yes, oh boom suabra. Oh, try me suabra.
Oh, boom you say
why? Masim the down our boom yem. And young Ghana first too. Tida sa nyumu ya na first too. Say more than say more mine who here. Ghana mine and not China for dia. Ghana mine and you go for dia. But I'm surprised that young Cassiet me buama Ghana mine koye amount for dia and a chunk of insasi mimi kopas asa to sprinters China ni and enemy di Ghana asas. O kopas asa to Osua. When you Lebanese near, Ubenya a Red Indian, and Abenya or no diano. Small points in the Muji and but you cannot take over the country. How do we develop a country like that? And not Bonisa or Obeba, Ubenya the Sunday Juma Mraman or Quai. Naga Fosuntie, a good dear any concert Ghana for my old. Yen be them say do for the pet, Yan Ghana, Pessamin Kubina. Yasada croc on the John Deere Makoji. Say a book of Sima. What they have for John Trabre? It's wickedness. Yeah, a purpose of Ghana because of the echo. Heartlessness, lack of a year or dog for mine. People are losing that brand. They're not proud Ghanaians. They don't think of Ghana.
Because my worry is, Oman, if you decide to give license, say a foreign company may establish a refinery in your country. So policy incoherence na Santa ya na yeme because when him say onya be establish a refinery now finished products beba they have to be transported. So transportation angle no what is it in there for Ghanaian companies the woman because oh yes okay they per refinery nipa na be refinery nipa no so a rational human being oh yeah transportation is the main thing. Who controls that
in the interest of Ghana, not even the MP, in the interest of Ghana. I will be on any day. The giants in the industry of survival Ghana, Dako Farms, Ibrahim Mama, Kofi Job, Alexei Boam, those private individuals, Kwesi Chum, Despite, any Sanko Fono, Uforisa Pomono, and on any day, Zoom La Munano, no matter our shortcomings. In any case, there's no businessman in the world or no person in this world that only a set of ups and downs because in terms of business organization. On any day, once their roots are purely Ghanaian, why should I disown them? Let us push our own brand. Because It is now doing generational businesses. We like them. And you may be anywhere the better 30 years. And to me, Gina Brand. Yes, I trust you from generation to generation, from generation to generation. I mean, on your own nonsense. O come on, and that's all tons. I was say, your way family, no, wine, when he say a wine, America. Your chum was also a bushel, Ekosiisen, no Mabet to us, no Mabet to us, Quan Echo. I had here the animal 5 years business, 4.5 years, 2.5, found a new payment. Mess Ghana for say, Mama young Cassel because say, how about Jessica do now? I'm on an Indian for so many tanker or China. Now, more for Sika, China for. Now, me from China tankers since I'm not made Ghana. Why was I the tankers? That's how bad we be. How can we sit on concern like that?
Messages are airborne.
How can we sit on concern?
We said 300 now a kind of question, more than 500.
How can we sit on concern?
So, and this person says, Obi, in fact is even the BRVs in the system kind of Ghana for the are finding it difficult to load. How then do you allow a foreign entity to import 300 BRVs?
How can we sit on concern?
It doesn't even
how can we sit on concern? Now to the original to Amigano. Oh no, you need break us MC office as a covered by individuals here from. Then they just like Moko a trade for the trading cocoa board. Yeah, but tanker unions association now as some cases aba. Was a COVID by and on can ye. I'm going to say some officer. If you want to walk us through, on can ye. You never be doing command into your banner can move on can ye. No one could be on office or say Taco Bell or say Omunko be office. No, it's a serious matter.
Yeah, it's a serious matter. This is an existential issue.
Yes, it's a serious matter.
The whole industry is about to
it's a serious matter. And yeah, that's what I say. Me say I was a house for. Now say Omunko down to me plus time. I was your mother. Has for be electoral commissioner. Because go down your board run even.
Your board has Lucy.
Has Lucy. Bishop James, happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
And the one of the finest MPs of Ghana. They be a brief in you. Dominic. Young man, you know, for fair. They be okay. Okay,
they didn't cry this. They won't come and say Patrick
Boama, and also happy birthday. And a young as I watch again or the Kokatano.
Yeah, Ian. And then the birthday.
Now, me admit now, so did you mushroom could be could say or friend a corporate hangout.
Oh, okay.
A corporate hangout.
Wow.
Into the watching, no,
only the only
watch
organic watching
$20.
Organic watching Ghana. Happy birthday.
We be no crap answer say when you electoral commission rep.
Yes.
Bomodia na ensem ni boy actually Ghana for ya especially one. Sika same thing o man tro mo shame of the offices na
omoma yehu
2 bibia da omo ya na say the kika o street so no omo ya te say the amanfo binim strongholds no omo ma challenges ne troubles here the baba ho omoma yehu any other matters I mean say what the bell e ma omo form especially ha si guidie e pia ma she ma ye che obi a dey obi
ba won say na no me cook mas na me say kotoko as part of your new kits no Jesse no yeah who say our players who the Ghana and players bobo we are untimi ko exchange Jesse
dem ye becho
untimi che supporter bi crowd no say our kotoko as part of the new players it be crowd dem Jesse check every match new Jesse maza
no crana
me catch na me
kwa kotoko mo ni ba o
maza me na me catch
na team na the office position mo number say tell o machi no
across
yeah touch hey that you say no o go you get the proof yes na go boy say nobody go boy yes na go boy say nobody go boy
Ekosiisen is in high Asempa 94.7 FM. Saturday I announced